for which there has been so much of time being consumed that who should be added as a party, who should not be added as a party. Ultimately, lordships by order decided the matter is fixed for final hearing, number one. Other, one compilation containing everything which is on record, which was also submitted. So the only reason, my lord, that I'm making submission is, I think today also there may be some parties saying this thing, that thing. I think hearing should start.
Lord,
At least
was
let us
your lordship's,
understand.
desire that
My lord.
the matter will be heard out, my lord,
Yes.
finally. And my lord,
No,
the order take care of themselves, my lord, with the
Right.
decision in the order, my lord. My lord,
Lordship may kindly see lordship's order dated 4th of, sorry.
Only
Sir.
this is 75%, 25%. That was prevailing hard, but at that area too, with the vacancies rising back or 25, which was in court after 15 September. 15.
Well, that is the formulation of a point directly attached to the merit of the case. That's a correct. That's a formulation. All I'm saying for last, my lord, 3-4 hearings, someone is coming because there are lakhs and lakhs of persons who filed, my lord, participate in a direct
one day Mr. Dhar also came like this, my lord. Now
Research
he has hijacked my appeal.
Commission matter.
Yes,
Research than the school service.
but that is fixed on 19th before the Honorable Supreme Court.
No. We
No,
have,
you
we
want
have
it
that is
before
another.
Other. I thought 26,000 who lost.
No, not that.
Here is a case where nobody is going to lose. Who is going to gain? Lordship may kindly see lordships.
My lord, may I place the appeal, my lord?
The report which has been filed, there are several anomalies is there. We want to file some exception to the
What?
Well, this way,
They
that
haven't
way,
filed.
things are getting delayed.
I have
For final adjudication, exception is necessary, my lord. I am,
My lord, the coordinate bench had directed the appellant to file a affidavit disclosing the origination of the vacancies. This origination of vacancy, my lord, is born out of the government records. My lord, I fail to appreciate, my lord, what my learned friend wants to take an exception of the government records. But we have annexed the government records that when the vacancy arose, my learned friend cannot be in a position to say that the vacancy did not arise on 10th of December, but it arose on 8th of December because my document will suggest the
Who
date.
is the appellant?
But I am the appellant, my lord. There are two appeals by the state. I am for the appellant.
Mr. Chatterjee, we won't indefinitely allow persons to exchange their pleadings. We are starting the hearing. Whatever needful you want to do, you do it in the meeting.
Well, that was your lordship's order.
Exception of granting leave does not appear.
hearing be started.
Exception is required, my lord.
File one exception.
Sir, there are about 3,400 vacancies.
My learned
We
friend is
can
submitting one
fill up only 1,700 odd. About because of the pendency of the matter, my lord, the matter has to be heard out so that the public posts can be filled.
Well, lordship clarified by your lordship's order on 4th of November.
6 and 7.
My lord, to those, my lord, we have filed an opposition, my lord.
7 on the last occasion.
Well, order has been passed for those scans. Well, orders have been passed by your lordship on 4th of November.
Why haven't you given copy to him?
My lord, we have given copies to at least 8 to 10 learned advocate on records, my lord. If any one person has been missed, he could always approach Mr. Shamanto
How
saying that
many times
"Hey,
will he have to-
This submission has been echoed for
yes,
What,
because
three
the
times?
complaint has been echoed for several
it has
times.
been given mail, my lord. They did not allow the copy to honor. Mail letter we have given.
Hey,
everything.
you want the copy now, sir? We are in CC, don't worry.
My lord, there are two appeals. We have
Please
filed the
give two
affidavit.
copies. Give two copies. Just now served one upon him and one upon.
My lord, kindly see how we have served. So many people we have served, everyone.
What is it? Two copies you make and
Well,
give. What is the problem?
কপিটা দিন
কে রিফিউজ করেছে
কোথায় রিভিউজ করে
মানে
আপনাদের কালকে অর্ডার দিয়েছেন
Sudeep Kumar Chakraborty, my lord, we tried to serve on 12th December. He refused service just to take these points.
Please with you.
আছে কপি আছে ওনার কপিটা আছে যেটা রিফিউজ
ইয়েস্টারডে আই গো
Are wait, sir.
কপিটা দাও না বাবা ঝামেলা মিটিয়ে দাও Anyway,
থ্যাংক ইউ
my lord, kindly record that he has got it, my lord.
I have got it.
Otherwise, he'll
That's a
seek an
file
adjournment
exception.
again on the next.
I have
No.
one copy to him. Bus finished. Yes. Now start.
Yes.
Where is the order?
My lord, page 57 of MAT 509. My lord, will kindly take the appeal MAT 509.
Double P.
মানে এমএটি 943 is the first matter, my lord.
Acha, now first tell us
Well,
how many
may-
appeals are before us.
My lord, kindly takes 509. My lord, it has been
Take
recorded
it.
to be
Well, there was an order.
that
for
it will be the
taking-
lead matter.
well, there was an order
Hmm.
for taking 509 on a request of everyone at the bar. That should be the lead matter. So
Which one? 5.
509.
509.
So, my lord, we have accordingly, my lord, prepared our
Prepared ourselves.
points on 509.
Very good. How many appeals are there?
My lord, there are two appeals, 509 and 493.
And there is one compilation, my lord, that was filed, recorded by your lordships also. because it contained all the notifications in one place. Lordship may be able to find it.
Malad will kindly take the impugned
Yeah,
order
yeah,
at
yeah,
page
yeah.
57. Malad.
There are two appeals. One is MAT 509 and the other is
493 of 2024.
493 of 24. Very good. Now, who is for the appellant in
Mala-
509?
Malad, the state is the appellant in both the matters.
Oh, acha. State is the appellant.
But there were two writ petitions decided together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There were two writ petitions.
Mal.
Yes. You take us to the
Sir,
order in so
57.
same order is under challenge.
Same order.
Yes.
Malad, one composite order was passed, Malad.
Have
page
you annexed that
57.
in your compilation? In that compilation, it is annexed.
No, compilation, it is the notifications and the rules which might be required.
Malad will find it at page 57 of the paper book.
Who has filed this paper? You have filed.
The appellant has filed.
The
it.
state has.
509 এর paper book টা দাও তো।
Paper book. Comparison to other people.
হ্যাঁ। আমার compilation না, না। You are placing 509
509.
509 এর paper book টা দাও। How many volumes?
One volume.
একটা দিলে
Page 70.
One each.
If Lordship wants to,
Malad, the,
that is the compilation টা।
Malad, if
the
Lordship
point
wants
of
to,
law is, Malad, very limited, Malad, and
Malad, page 17 of the compilation.
Mr. Dhar, allow him to.
No, since Lordship asks that whether it is in compilation, it's also in the compilation.
But I-
Page 7.
Order.
Yes.
I have failed in requesting Mr. Dhar to allow me to face the
No.
case.
Of course,
Malad,
no. I do want that the hearing should start.
Yes, but at least it's my appeal, so that
When you people do not allow us to place
Of
our
course,
case,
Malad,
then
for
what?
our interest, Malad.
Yes,
yes, page 57, Malad, the impugned order starts.
page 57.
Yes, Malad.
Yes.
The petitioners in the present writ petition have challenged a notification dated 7th March 2019, issued by the Joint Secretary, Department of so-and-so. By this said notification, it has been directed that out of 3376 posts of supervisors in the ICDS projects, 422 posts will be filled up by way of promotion from Anganwadi workers and case workers under the controller of vagrancy, and 2954 posts will be filled up by way of direct recruitment. It is the petitioner's case that pursuant to notification dated 15 September 2015, issued by the Director ICDS, Ministry of so-and-so, it has been specifically directed that in supersession of all earlier guidelines, 50% of the vacancies to the post of supervisors will be filled up by way of promotion from amongst AWWs with 10 years of experience and having prescribed educational qualification as per the recruitment rules for the post of supervisor. Such filling up of such 50% vacancies by way of promotion, the same will be filled up by direct recruitment. The remaining 50% vacancies to the post of supervisors would be filled up by way of direct recruitment. Mr. Banerjee learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioners in so-and-so and Mr. so-and-so and counsel so-and-so submit that in clear violation of such guidelines, the notifications dated March 7, 2019 has been published. Before 2015, 75% of the vacancies to the post of supervisors were to be filled up by direct recruitment and 25% by way of promotion from the AWWs. It is submitted on behalf of the state that the total number of vacant posts that were available in January 2019 was 3458, as 82 posts pertaining to left-wing extremist areas, Jungle Mahal of West Bengal, were already to be filled up by way of previous notification pertaining to recruitment of ICDS supervisors. Therefore, 3376 vacancies were proposed to be filled up posts of ICDS supervisor in January 2019. From the additional report on affidavit affirmed by the state on so-and-so, it appears that there were 3009 vacancies as in September 2015. Why the state respondents chose to fill up the vacancies in 75:25 ratio has not been explained before this court. The central government notification came into effect on 15 September 2015. The promotional post of AWWs were required to be filled in accordance with the central government's memo dated 15 September 2015. It has been admitted in the said report that the recruitment to the post of supervisors by way of promotion before the September 2015 was required to be done in terms of the guideline that existed prior to September 15, 2015. The posts which were filled up after September 2015 had to be done in accordance with the procedure laid down in the memo dated September 15, 2015, with effect from the said date. Therefore, it remained unexplained why, despite the vacancies that remained to be filled up after September 2015, the state chose to fill it up in 75:25 ratio. By way of notification dated February 25, 2019, issued by so-and-so, the vacancies which arose prior to September 2015 were sought to be filled up in 75:25 ratio. The vacancies which arose after 30th September 2015 were sought to be filled up by 50-50 ratio. It has not been explained by the state why the memo dated September 15, 2015 has been sought to be interpreted in the aforesaid manner by the state government's memo dated February 25, 2019. Furthermore, this court finds that no chart has been annexed with regard to the dates on which the vacancy arose for the post of supervisors per year. Despite report on affidavit being filed, it has not been stated why the vacancies which remain on September 30, 2015 were sought to be filled up by the state government in 75:25 ratio, even in 2019, despite the memo dated 15 September 2015 of the central government. How the cutoff date of September 30, 2015 has been arrived at is also unexplained. After considering the rival submissions of the parties and material placed on record, this court is of the view that the directions given by the memo dated September 15, 2015 in supersession of all the previous guidelines could not be sought to be interpreted in a manner which could have the effect of curtailing the promotional vacancies of AWWs to the post of supervisors, ICDS. Why the artificial distinction is made between the vacancies which arose prior to September 30, 2015 and after September 30, 2015 is unexplained by the state authorities. Therefore, this court finds that if the vacancies remain to be filled after September 2015, the same had to be filled in 50-50 proportion. 50% was required to be filled by AWWs by way of promotion and 50% was required to be filled by way of direct recruitment. Only if there were no candidates available who were necessary experience of 10 years and education qualification of a direct recruit to the post of supervisors female only, ICDS, the said vacancy could be filled up by direct recruitment and not otherwise. Therefore, it directs that out of the total vacancies of 3458 to the post of supervisors, 50% are required to be filled by direct recruitment and 50% are required to be filled from the post of AWW by way of promotion. The object of such promotional avenue is also not lost upon the mind of this court. The notification dated September 15, 2015 was issued keeping in mind the aspiration of the field functionaries and to encourage their participation in higher posts, keeping in mind their merit in order to improve their career prospects. Such right to be considered for promotion could not be arbitrary and without any reason be curtailed by the state authorities by holding that the vacancies which arose prior to September 30, 2015 have to be filled up in 75:25 ratio. Accordingly, this court directs the AWWs to be considered for promotion in respect of the 50% of the posts of the supervisors, the total number of which is 3458, according to the written instructions which were handed over in court by the state respondents with the direction so and so. Therefore, my lord, the point of challenge, my lord, is, my lord, if your logic kindly comes back to 2 pages, one is page 59 once, page 59, last 3 lines, that the posts which were
Yeah, just a moment.
Mile.
59.
last 3 lines.
Yes, what?
Yes. The posts which were to be filled up after September 2015 had to be done in
Just a moment. Where you are reading?
59 last 3 lines. Last 3 lines.
Posts.
The posts which were to be filled up after September 2015 had to be done in accordance with the procedure laid down in the memo dated September 15, 2015 with effect from the said date. This is one issue. And the other one is that page 61, last paragraph.
So this 15 September 2015 was 50-50.
50-50. It was the beginning of 50-50
So that was by the central government.
by the central government. I'll place that memo, Mullah. That also requires some
Right. Which is
interpretation.
the next point. This is
61, page
this is
61.
subsequent to 15 September 20.
Yes, the word I want to stress on here is the word filled up, and I'll explain why I want to stress on that expression filled up. In page
Where to be filled up.
yes, whether the date of filling up is important or date of origination of the vacancy is important, Mullah, that is my point. The honorable single judge has proceeded on the basis of date of filling up, meaning thereby that when you are filling up that vacancy, the prevailing law is to be applied. That is why at page 59, that filled up, this expression is important. Then kindly takes page 61, last paragraph. Therefore, this court finds that if the vacancies remain to be filled after September 15, 2015, the same had to be filled in 50-50 proportion. So, the honorable single judge has completely proceeded on the basis that when you are filling up these vacancies, you have 3, 4, 5, 8 vacancies. So, you apply 50-50, come what may. And accordingly, you divide it between the promotional channel and the direct recruitees. However, my lord, I will place the additional report that how the state had made the calculation at coming to the bifurcation that it came to. But my lord, the point to be argued here is that whether we will apply the ratio as on the date of origination of the vacancy or on the date of filling up of the vacancy.
And prior to 15 September,
It was 75 is to 25. 75% for direct and 25% for promotees.
Yes.
Now, my lord, if your lordship kindly comes to page 36, that is the memo of 15 September 2015.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, page 36, my lord.
Hmm.
Kindly takes, my lord, from paragraph 2.
Yes.
In the broad framework for implementation of restructured ICDS approved by the Cabinet, with the restructuring and strengthening of ICDS, the following provisions for rationalization of appointment of AWW as supervisors have been made. 25% post of supervisors reserved for AW would be filled up by the method of induction under the ICDS mission subject to fulfillment of desired education qualification and age criteria. An additional provision for filling up of 25% vacant posts from AW based on their merit and track record of service and additional qualification would also be made. Then 3, this is important for our case. The above position has been reviewed, keeping in view the aspirations of these field functionaries to encourage their participation in the higher posts vis-a-vis their merit to improve their career prospects. The following guidelines on promotion and appointment of AW to the post of supervisors in supersession of earlier guidelines are conveyed to the states and union territories for compliance. This is where the change occurs, madam. Serial number 1, the 50% of vacancies in the post of supervisors would be filled up by promotion from amongst AWs with 10 years of experience as AWs and having the prescribed education qualification as per the recruitment rules for the post of supervisors, filling with the vacancies would be filled up by direct recruitment. And the remaining 50% vacancies in the post of supervisors would be filled up by direct recruitment. Extend reservation orders on the subject issued by the government in respect of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, so and so, so and so. Then number 5, serial number 5. The above guidelines are subject to ratification by the National Mission Steering Group. Therefore, my lord, it is not final. It is merely a guidelines which is given to the state saying that, then kindly see serial number 6. It is requested that the state or union territory may amend the recruitment rules for the post of supervisors as per the above guidelines on the urgent basis, and a copy of such recruitment rules after being notified may be sent to this ministry. Therefore, it's the guidelines which is sent to the state for the state to amend the recruitment rules accordingly, and thereafter send it back for their information after the rules being notified. Now, my lord, accordingly, my lord, our recruitment notice, my lord, is issued, that is at page 26. For my case, my lord, it is not necessary to place the notice, my lord, in its entirety, but kindly takes note, my lord, it's at page 26.
This came out when?
My lord, this is dated. This is the 25th February 2019, which is mentioned in the Honorable Single Judge's order.
25th February. That is the recruitment, this notification for, this is for direct. This is both for direct and
Yes.
promotion. Huh?
No, this is for direct. Direct and promotion both. Direct and promotion both.
And the criteria for promotion, any further notification?
Yes, excellent.
This is 25th February 2019.
$50, 52. Well, your losses will find that at page, starting at page 51 for the promotion, that is the 25th February 2019, and kindly turns to page 52.
This is for promotion.
Promotion and direct both. This is 25th February 2019.
Yes.
Kindly take page 51, 3B. 3B,
This is the rule.
yes. Under 309.
3B. Yes.
3B is for promotion. 3A is for direct. I'm placing from 3A. 50% of the post of supervisors will be filled up by direct recruitment through competitive exam conducted by PSC and promotion by selection. Out of the remaining 50% of the post of supervisors, 45% of the post of supervisors will be filled up by Anganwadi workers of Integrated Child Development Service, and rest 5% of the post of supervisors will be filled up from case workers under the controller of vagrancy, West Bengal, through separate so and so. Then eligibility.
So this notification was in consonance with 15 September 2015.
Yes. But since we have calculated from 30th September 2015, that one point which may not be available to me any further is that the actually 75:25 would have to be applied from this date, 25th February 2019. There was no requirement on our part to apply it from 30th September 2015. But that point may not be available to me now, since we have implemented from that date. Now, education, qualification, age, etc. This is there as far as the promotional channel is concerned. Now, we'll kindly take the calculation of the state at page 40. We were directed to file a report before the Honorable Single Judge. Now, this is part of the report. Starting at page 38, and it takes page 40. Now, my lord, before placing this calculation, I'll only, my lord, reiterate one.
No, prior to 15 September, it was 75-25.
Right.
After 15 September
It's 50-50.
notification, it should be 50-50.
50-50.
On consonance with that, you have published the rules 50-50. Now, how you are aggrieved by the order?
Yes.
Court has said,
My lord, we are agreed by the order because when we made the calculation, when we bifurcated this promotional and the direct recruitees, the vacancies which arose prior to September 2015, we have applied the ratio of 75:25.
prior to 15 September.
Yes.
Very good.
And those which arose after September 2015, we have applied the ratio of 50-50.
Very good.
So, but the Honorable Single Judge says that this process of calculation is wrong. The Honorable Single Judge has directed us to apply a straitjacket 50-50 to the entire set of vacancies, making it half for promotion, half for direct, without considering the origination point of the vacancies. The Honorable Single Judge has proceeded on the basis that you did not fill up this post before September 2015. You were waiting. In the meantime, the central government guidelines came. After the central government guidelines came,
But that is prospective in nature.
that is
15 September is prospective.
we have applied it as prospective,
Applied it as
prospective, and we have treated the vacancies arising prior to September 2015 in terms of the earlier law, earlier guidelines, that is 75:25. And whatever arose thereafter, we have applied the present guideline, that is 50-50.
So the court has said that,
That
for
you apply 50-50 to the
all,
3458, 3458,
irrespective of the cutoff.
irrespective of any cutoff. That is 1729 for direct, 1729 for promotion. Another thing which has not been considered is that, my lord, out of this 3458, as has been recorded in the order, my lord, taking into consideration, but not finally, my lord, did not weigh with the Honorable Single Judge, that there were certain vacancies which have been filled up for.
You explain to us one by one.
Yes.
So you have showed us 15th September
2015. I have shown, my lord, February 2019, 25th
no,
February
page
2019.
51, you wanted to show us what?
My
That
lord,
is
the
the
direct, this is
notification.
my notification, state notification.
That is 4 years after the central government
Yes.
notification. Yes.
3.5 years after that. Thereafter, I was trying to show, my lord, the calculation which I have done.
Where?
That is at starting at affidavit starting at page 38. Your Lordship will kindly come to page 40. Page 38 is the starting of the additional affidavit filed before the Single Judge. Kindly takes page 40.
Three kinds of vacancy.
Calculation to take care of
Vacancy was of three types. There are vacancy arose prior to September 2015, in respect of which you applied the existing rule. That is 25. Then vacancy arose after September to 24th February 2019.
Yes.
Then you applied 2015.
50-50.
That is a 50-50 ratio.
Yes. There is no.
And then vacancy arose
No.
after 2015.
That is not part of our repetition, because once the vacancy has been notified, our calculation needs to stop at January 2019.
Yes, show us page 40.
Two types. Now kindly take page.
Come back at 2 up here.
Oh.
Oh,
Tomorrow, my lord, we maybe come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow will it be completed?
There is a report filed today by my learned friends, I believe.
No.
It will,
no, unless you cooperate, we cannot finish our demand.
Tomorrow, my lord, I
Nobody will seek adjournment. All
Kindly
pleadings and
permit me that
Well, there are several,
There is
may I say, this,
report
there are
filed by the
several
state.
parties. Well, the appellant may finish tomorrow if there's someone is in some
What
difficulty.
is the utility?
And whoever is present, learned senior counsels are there, they may start, my lord.
But there is a report filed by the state. We have got a
But-
copy of the
but-
report today.
but
But there is a description of the vacancies arising. Not your lordships have been pleased to observe that it's really the cut-off date with regard to the vacancies existing, which may determine the issues involved. Now, I need to show to your lordships that this declaration of vacancy itself is inconsistency on the face of the state's
Who
record.
are you appearing?
But I appear for the 50-50 support.
So
We're
you-
we're the added parties.
They have disclosed the calculation
But
earlier.
that's
also.
contrary to something else.
New report has been filed.
No, the report which has been filed before the
One
Honorable
report is part
Division
of the
Bench.
paper book,
Hmm.
which was filed before the Honorable Single Judge.
Yes.
And, my lord, the erstwhile bench had directed the state to file a report disclosing the origination of the vacancies.
Very good.
That year-wise vacancy.
That was ultimately not taken.
original record to be
My lord, it is there in your lordship's record, my lord. It has-
That was before the trial court also.
No, that was
that was
in
not
terms
before
of the
the trial.
direction of the coordinate bench, erstwhile bench,
Oh, which was hearing the appeal.
which was hearing the appeal.
Justice Soman
This
Sen,
is,
Justice.
this is the copy of which my learned friends were so eagerly wanting that we have not served them.
But that is a copy of the records.
Additional form of affidavit, my lord. They have filed a appeal informal paper book, incomplete. Thereafter filed additional
But
form.
these are all technical points being taken to
Heard
delay the
by
matter.
Justice Sen extensively.
no, my lord. It
My
was
lord
not-
heard it once, then my lord, this affidavit was directed. We filed the affidavit, in fact,
So
before
what is
another.
your problem? You got it, no?
Today I got.
What?
Now,
You
there is a
want
segregation
to
of
enhance the pleadings.
there is a segregation of vacancies as per the state in the report. Now, there are records to show
No,
that
Mr. Mojumdar, we cannot
this-
compartmentalize the situation.
But
We
there are-
want to hear it out.
right.
Yes.
Now, there are
Whatever objection
there is
you
an
have,
appeal filed by the state.
now,
But there,
if everybody insists to give time for exception or for reply, it's never.
there will be no exception.
But there are at least 800 respondents.
But there
But
will be
this is
no
gone.
exception taken out either by Mr. Shinmukham's
there are-
client or by Mr. Dhor's client.
Well,
Because
basically,
they are the beneficiaries of the 75:25 ratio.
no, I am not for the 75. I am also for the promotion.
Oh, then
I am supporting the judgment by the learned single bench.
Then it will go out
I am
beyond
for
the
the
vacation.
promotion.
My lord, these points are being taken to delay the hearing.
No. We need to show that the state has acted with not institutional malice to not declare these
My lord,
vacancies.
these
But
affidavits.
this will not be, we wrote a letter to them asking
What
for a
was
copy of the
the-
report.
the-
We wrote a letter to them asking for a copy of the report.
My lord, this affidavit is of September 2024. Till December, they are stuck at the point that I have not been served. They never approached Mr. Samanto saying that I have not got a copy of it. Only intention is to delay the hearing.
My lord, we have to allow the exception. My lord, we have to allow the exception because, my lord, well, one thing, my lord, because the rule has not been in consonance with the circular
We are
15.
considering the merit letter. Now, Mr. Mujumdar is seeking most probably a leave to file exception to the report. So again pleading,
In the meantime,
unless
three
you
applications for
You
additional
cannot
parties.
finish it
so we have to give
No,
some
there is a
time.
mathematical jugglery, my lord.
Today, Mr. Bandyopadhyay's main submission is we have segregated. The
No,
state has segregated
anybody else want to use any pleadings, everything? Anybody else?
My lord,
Yes,
what
we-
is
I shall
my
file the
understanding is, my
No,
lord,
we are not on that. Any further pleadings are going to be filed or not?
But kindly allow me to, regarding the vacancy, I have to make some submission by pleadings, by
Why
pleadings.
don't you
By
hear?
pleadings, I shall
May
file
I
it.
submit
Pleading
only
is
one
not
thing?
required.
May I
Because
submit
exception to
only
the
one thing?
report, my lord.
May I submit on one thing? My lord, Mr. Dhor probably wants to use an exception.
no. I
He
don't,
doesn't
because
want. But we want
to
to
my
use an exception.
understanding, the
I
hearing-
only allow only one of us to use an exception. We shall rely on that.
my lord, to my
So
understanding,
apart from this exception, no further pleadings?
No further pleading.
Very good. When will you file the exception?
Yes. 1 week. By reopening 8th or 10th.
No. Make it prior to the vacation.
After the vacation.
You give the exception prior to we are closing.
23rd.
24th,
my lord, in that case, since
No, we are keeping it 23rd and they will file it, by 6th of January.
No, they have already filed an exception.
No, your exception again if they want
They
to
want to
file.
reply over it.
So we are not passing any formal order to that. We are fixing a returnable
Well,
date as a fix.
I will kindly pass an order. Otherwise, again, next day the point will be taken. Firstly, my lord, kindly record that my learned friend has got a copy of the affidavit.
Yes,
Again, this
I have
point
got-
will be taken. I have not a
Ja,
copy.
ja, ja.
I've got it.
my lord, in that case, I would
But this
also
is the
use an
fourth
exception,
occasion this
because
point
I am
will be
sailing
taken.
in the same boat. And I think it's a point of law only, and there is nothing required. But since Mr. Mujumdar is filing,
My lord, they have
then I would also use an exception.
Well,
Kindly keep it a
kindly
date
extend the exception
specifically fixed for this.
to everybody, my lord.
What is the exception? The exception is about vacancies. we are not concerned in vacancies as such. Question is of application of law to the vacancies. So, making number of vacancies 10 or 15 or 20 does not fall for your lordship consideration.
But if the number of candidates can be accommodated in the applicable vacancies, then there is no question of deliberating on a law. If there is no lease.
We shall be losing, my lord, because we are entitled to 50%.
Exception to be exchanged by
24.
we have given liberty to exchange the exception.
Hard deal under the advocates appearing for the respective.